Hello bookworms, I'm Becca, and today I'm going to be talking about some fantasies. This is day 3 for the Strike Back Videoathon. I probably should stop saying that in every video because it's going to get old after like 30. Honestly, I don't really read a lot of fantasies. I don't have very many to talk about because when I read them, they're just not really my cup of tea, and then I feel weird recommending them if I wasn't absolutely gushing over them, but I do have a couple that I read. So the first book that I have is Illuminated by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. This is really interesting. Basically, it's about these two like mega corporations that are battling over different planets, and the main character, Katie, has to team up with her ex-boyfriend, Ezra, and they're on 2 different planets, and they have to kind of figure out what is going on with these mega corporations that are going to be attacking the planets and ships that they're on. It's very different from anything that I would typically read, and the really interesting thing about this book is that it's told through different types of media, and it's like a case file for the event that was occurring. So there's stuff that is like blacked out if it's confidential information and everything like that. It was definitely an interesting reading experience. I think I gave it maybe like 3 out of 5 stars. It wasn't my favorite fantasy that I've ever read. I found the characters to be extremely similar, and it was a sense of sarcasm in the writing, and I think that kind of made every character blend together because it just carried through the entire book, but it didn't change based on the character. Next is another more sci-fi fantasy book, and it is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I really enjoyed this when I first started BookTube, and I have the whole rest of the series, but I haven't read it yet. I started Scarlet, but I'm not very far into it. But Cinder is like a Cinderella retelling with cyborgs, and I loved it. I thought it was really creative. It got me into wanting to read more retellings because I love fairy tales so much, and it's interesting to see how they can just be turned on their head and changed. And the last one that I wanted to mention, I don't really know if it's technically fantasy, but it's very whimsical and fantastical, so I wanted to talk about Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore. This is by a Latinx author, which is awesome, and it's heavily influenced in Latin culture, and I loved it. The writing was so beautiful. It's about a family of women who can create flowers like out of their fingers, and it was just so stunning to read. So to me, that is obviously fantasy, but it was just so beautiful. And I know that I've talked about this book a few times, but I cannot get over how beautiful this book was. I was not expecting it at all. I mean, I knew with a cover like this, it was probably going to be really pretty and whimsical and nice, but just the absolute beauty from start to finish of all of the characters, all of the writing, the plot, everything going on was top notch. And if you have not read this book yet, I definitely think that you should. And those are really all of the fantasies that I wanted to talk about today. I have a lot of fantasies on my shelf, and I didn't feel right recommending them because I haven't read them yet. So let me know down below in the comments what fantasy books you think that I should check out. If you like this video and you want to support the content that I'm creating, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more bookish videos. That's all I got for you guys today, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow.